In this video, we'll be checking out if we can make a good coaster if it goes all the way up to height limit. A few weeks ago, we looked if we were able to make a good coaster if it's only 25 meters high. But today, it's going to be 190 meters, which for a roller coaster is extremely high. So let's just get straight into this. But before we start with this video, as you can see, only 20% is actually subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed, go do it now. Of course, we're still trying to get 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And if you don't subscribe right now, you are very high. Alright, so I have my pillar right here. As you can see, this is really high. Let's see actually which coaster we are going to use. I don't want to use the multi-lounge or the hydraulic lounge. Those are just a bit too easy in my opinion. I think this time I just really want actually to use the hyper coaster. I think that's just the most logical. I know it's maybe not the best coaster or the smoothest one, but I guess we can do this one. Alright, let's start all the way with the station around this point, because we are going to need like half the plot for only just the chain lift. So let's just place a few of these. Now we are going to go up. This is going to be an insane lift hill. Go about this angle, I guess. Yep. And now we are just going to go up all the way to height limit. Okay, and then we want to go down, and we need to make sure we're actually on the height limit. So, alright, there we go. As you can see, this is exactly on the height limit. This is really look at that. How am I supposed to make a good coaster of this? I don't think I actually have ever built a coaster this high. So this is also a first time for me. Man, this is high. And I'm definitely going to increase the chain lift speed. Otherwise, it's going to take so long. So let's just do 200% for a very quick chain lift. I think that should be fine. And I guess we're just going to have a massive drop. Yeah, this is like so... Okay, wait, I need to actually do this. But it's so high that I need to make this actually very gentle now I'm looking at it. I'm also very like curious how fast this coaster is going to be. I'm definitely going to add a pivot offset. That will just make everything a lot smoother and easier for me to build with. So I guess something like this seems to be fine. And then of course we will be going in this turn, because I don't have more room here. I cannot add a airtime hill right there. So I have to go through this turn. That seems to be around fine. And then we're almost on the ground level. I think this is this is good enough. And I think we'll just be straight going into the first airtime hill, which will be fun, because the problem I'm now going to have is when I try to make an airtime hill, I can make one and then I have to make a turn, because the plot is just not big enough to make multiple airtime hills after each other, especially with this high of a coaster. As you look, this actually, not gonna lie, looks pretty dope. I kinda like that. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Maybe a bit less, something like that. I am scared he will be flying over these airtime hills. Look how high this airtime hill is. And oh no, I definitely probably have to change some of the friction to make it a bit slower, because just look at this already. This is just... How am I going to make this realistic? Alright, let's just do a quick test ride. I am going to change the friction probably up. I definitely want some longer trains. 9, 8. I guess 8. 8 is a good number. I like 8. Alright, here we are. Here we go. Up this massive chain lift. And I will be back in like a few minutes or so probably.
A few minutes later.
Alright, here we finally are. That actually took more than I was expecting. And just look at this drop. When you're going down and you just... that's crazy. It is actually, not gonna lie, pretty smooth. The only thing I'm scared of is that actually not bad of an airtime hill. I actually kinda dig that. That's pretty nice. And now my question is actually, is this still a hyper coaster, or is it like giga, mega, what? How should we call this type of coaster being like this? Is it a strata coaster actually? I'm not sure how high a strata coaster is, but it might actually be strata coaster, but in a form of an hyper. That's weird. All the way to the ground. That's I probably should have done the turn, because that's not going to make it. That's not going to fit. And I'm not sure if I want to add an inversion. Maybe just one inversion further in the layout, because I think you can now go just too quick to go through an inversion. And what I now want to do is actually go down and rotate all the way to the other side, so we get some sort of... I think Intamin uses a lot of these like transitions at the top. Yeah, this seems to be fine. This seems to be alright. My main inspiration point, I guess, is like Hyperion, I guess, with like how I want to make it look. Of course, definitely not going to be able to do that, because this coaster is just going so much faster and higher. But I guess that's for like an hyper coaster, sort of that's fine. I probably want to add some sort of like half of an helix, just like turn around that goes like low over the ground. That seems to be fine. Great. Well, what happens if I add like an airtime hill like that? Will you just like be not in your seat anymore if I do something like that? But I can try to make like a very very subtle, like, it's almost just floater. It's not even airtime, it's just floater like this. You will be like, not even in your seat anymore, which is, I guess, fun. Yeah, fine, I guess. That's really close, actually, to the border. We just made that, actually, great. And then like that, and now we are going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 brakes, if I'm right. And now we can actually have a look at what we have so far, because that's pretty insane, this. I kinda like it. It's really high. Like, it's, at this point, it's unrealistic high. But who knows, maybe in like 10 years or so, we have a coaster like this, which is just 190 meters high. Alright, let's have a look at the layout what we have so far. And I think I'm pretty happy what we have so far. Of course, just a few airtime hills and stuff, but yeah, it's very smooth, especially for, it's smooth. It's not perfectly smooth, but for this coaster type, it's pretty nice, I guess. Then we have this turn, which also is pretty nice, where we will be going all the way to the other side. I kinda like that, yes. Then we have this massive turn going all the way here, and then we have this, yeah, floater airtime. And then you will go all the way up into the brakes, which definitely brake too hard now. Alright, let's continue with the layout, and let's make it like probably go down instantly after this. That's going to be pretty insane, actually. Just going to be like a second drop-ish. Let's make it go up like this, and then we are going to rotate all the way the other side, something like that. Alright, and then we have some sort of interesting looking turnaround. Sadly, I didn't have more room than I wanted, but I guess it's good enough. It's definitely not perfect, but it should do it. And of course, I have to look out that I don't go higher than this point, because if the coaster stops for some reason on there and it keeps going, then this goes higher up, it won't make it. So I cannot go higher than that, so I have to look out, of course, for that. And I'm still not sure when I want to add that inversion. I kind of want to add an inversion, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to add an inversion. Yes. And I don't know, a barrel roll, a 0G roll just doesn't really fit on this coaster type for some reason. The only thing I guess really fits is maybe like a Immelman, dive loop, something like that. Don't think I will be really able to actually make it anymore in this coaster, or it will look very out of place, I guess. So what I might do is just actually check how much speed I have left. Let's just place a few block brakes so the coaster actually continues at that other piece, and this is actually already starting to become quite a mess, as you can see with all the track. Right. Alright, here we go on this massive drop. It's still is so big. It's still insane. Yeah, there's a lot of track, of course, around us, but yeah, let's have a look if it actually makes it past the block brakes. Yeah, it's actually just like flying through this layout. It's pretty insane. Like, it might actually go too quick now I'm looking at it. It's really quick. I might have to add like some trim brakes somewhere, but yeah, it seems to be making it through this. So that's nice. Air time. That's pretty nice, but yeah, I have to add somewhere a trim brake, because damn, that's going fast, boy. Alright, we have done quite a lot. I think I'm just going to finish this in a time lapse so I can really put everything in this. So let's do a quick time lapse. Alright, there we go. This is a roller coaster that goes all the way up to the height limit, and this was actually more challenging than I expected, but I think the layout turned out pretty nice. Of course, it's definitely not the best. There are a lot of things that I can improve. It's just maybe a bit too high, 190 meters, so I understand why this has not been built in real life yet. I think still the perfect height is 70-80 meters. So yeah, this is like twice as high. But now guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, the POV. So let's go. Alright, that was a pretty cool coaster. If you just ignore the brakes, which didn't really work because the coaster is still going extremely quick. I am quite happy with this layout. It's definitely not the smoothest, if I'm honest, but I guess just this in combination with what I'm doing and the coaster type, I think if I would have chosen a multi-lounge, it would have maybe been a bit smoother. But I guess just the hypercoaster should be on the hypercoaster layout thing. But guys, that's it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel. And let me know down in the comments what I should be doing next. So guys, I want to thank you for watching. And I will say, as always, goodbye.